we did this work on Halo Anniversary. I felt like there were certain things that were left unsaid. There were certain things that we weren't able to achieve at that time. There were certain things we weren't able to do.
The number one thing was to be true to the original game.
For every one of those topics that comes up, there's someone who is incredibly passionate on the other side saying we can, like, that is sacred. We do not move that crate.
We made sure that anything we included isn't going to drastically change the way the game plays.
You know, as time goes on, time reminds me that everything is in an infinite circle. It never truly stops. It doesn't. Because you know what? About 3 years on this very channel, I made a rant video basically ranting about how 343 has been treating Halo. And let's just say that video really blew up, and a lot of people really enjoyed that. And you know what? I can't be thankful enough for those people. But my point being here is, we're about to have an electric boogaloo on this one, because I have been cooking for the past couple of days, thinking to myself, am I really about to overreact on a trailer where they showed everything, like these sort of improvements that they did to the first Halo, you know, Halo CE? And then I thought to myself, yeah, of course I am, because I care enough about Halo, because, you know, I grew up with this franchise ever since I was like a wee lad, you know, even though I was playing Pokemon at the same time, I was playing Halo and Call of Duty. But the biggest franchises in my life that actually, you know, what actually meant something to me was Halo, Pokemon, and, well, Mega Man Legends, because I can't stop parading around about how I love Mega Man Legends. But, you know, this is not a video about Mega Man Legends. This is about Halo. And I'm going to be frankly honest, after watching that trailer, I gotta say, I am severely not impressed. Actually, some of the stuff that they changed within the game, I severely do not like. And some of the choices that they did during the trailer kind of rubbed me the wrong way, kind of reminded me back in the day when Halo Infinite was a big thing and everybody was getting pretty hyped about it. And I kind of made the obvious choice, well, not the obvious choices, but the obvious point outs, basically saying, guys, there's obvious problems going on here, so we got to be aware of this stuff. Now, a lot of you may be asking the question, hey, Gar, why are you tripping out about this little trailer here? It's just a trailer. Well, you know, this is the same thing that happened with Infinite. But you know what? Instead of just having me yammering on and just drilling your ear off, why don't I just go ahead and show you? You know, do the famous thing that Gara likes to do to, like, you know, show his evidence to you guys. This is one of the big issues that I have a problem with the development of Halo, is that they always show pre-release builds, and it doesn't make sense to show them in the first place when it's not even the final product. Finish the product first, then hype us up. I don't understand why this is such a hard concept to understand. And it's the same sins that the people before you who was working on Halo that has committed and pissed off the community. I know we're only a couple seconds into the trailer, I can completely understand that, but one of the big things that are kind of like lingering in my mind was the pure fact, like, hey, you know, these graphics look really good, like in this short time they really nailed it out of the park, but then it hit me like a ton of bricks. There's no way they did this a phenomenal of a job without using a certain tool called AI. And you know what? This came out maybe a day or two to where they confirmed that they used AI in the remake. So with along with them using AI, right, you would think that it would cut down on production costs, cut down on deployment for Microsoft and Xbox, and they would, you know, they would make it cheaper for us to buy these games, right? Don't count on it. Now, a lot of you are probably sitting there thinking to yourself, why did you pause it, Gara? Like, what is wrong? Well, if you're a CE enthusiast, you'll completely understand where I'm going to be coming from on this one. You see the notification? Yeah, over here where it's updating you about your objective? It's completely useless. You have characters explaining your objective to you and why you're being, like, your whole reason for being there in the first place. This is just wasted resources for absolutely no good reason. And the UI on this thing is absolute trash. Why would you even bother making this UI? And it doesn't surprise me because every single time a new Halo comes out, the UI just looks terrible and just terrible with each iteration every single time. And the third one is a personal one of mine. You see the assault rifle right here? Back then when CE was, being CE basically, the assault rifle had 60 rounds. Now you may be asking, why did they knock it down to 32? Well, it was due to balancing, basically. They gave it nerfs and buffs, and one of the big nerfs that they gave to it is they knocked it down from 60 down to 32. But here's the point that I'm trying to make with that. Why are you applying the buffs and the nerfs to this assault rifle in a single-player game where it's not going to affect anything? It doesn't make sense. On top of that, too, and this is just a side little beef I got, this assault rifle model right here is from Infinite, one of the ugliest looking assault rifles I have ever seen in my life. Which means in this game that we're going to be playing, they are reusing assets from the previous Halo. Now, if you listened very carefully to the sound effects straight from the pistol and the assault rifle, guess what? Those are the same exact ones from Halo Infinite. I'm telling you right now, I've played enough Halo Infinite in my life to know the sound effects straight from the pistol and the assault rifle, like it's the back of my hand. And let me tell you something, they're using more assets from Halo Infinite than you're even realizing right now. Why are we adding in Sprint? Chief went fast enough and CE. Why? Why are we doing this? Why are we making these unnecessary changes? Oh, because the freaking Zoomer brain over here gotta go fast. It's like, then they're not really enjoying the game. They just want to speed run this as fast as they can so they can get on to their next game. Like, I know, oh, you could just ignore it, Gara, but it's just like we're wasting development time putting in a mechanic that is not even necessary. On top of that, too, using Sprint in Halo puts you at a major disadvantage in combat. Like, let's be honest here for a quick second. It really does. Because let's be honest here, you're running and you're holding your gun up. You're not ADSing, you are holding your gun up, which puts you at a bigger disadvantage. So, honestly, there are more negatives with running or the sprint mechanic within the Halo franchise that hurts the Halo franchise even more. And if it was multiplayer too, oh, I would have a bigger list of why it's such a negative thing to have within Halo. I don't understand why they have this fascination of adding sprint to this game. I don't get it. Or into any Halo game. I just don't get it. If you want them to go faster, just increase their sprint speed. That's all you freaking need to do. Why are we making the elites speak the human tongue? Why are we doing... Why? I know they had like devices on them that help translate their language into the human language, but that wasn't till Halo 2. What is this? Why is there so many unnecessary changes? This is... God help me. When I watched the roundtable, they said that they improved the AIs on this game. And this was supposed to be a showcase of what they've done. And if that's the case, and the Marine, mind you, was still shooting dead bodies of the Elite and the Jackal instead of shooting the other grunts that was around the player. What? This is not improved AI. This is worse AI than Halo 5's AI. And we all know how Halo 5's AI went. Do I need to explain any further? Like, seriously, the turret went like a complete 360 for absolutely no good reason. Oh, it sucks to be a Halo fan.
Silent cartographer is somewhere inside that facility. They're already inside. We have to get in there and stop them before they learn the location of the control center.
Please fix the AI. Please, if someone from Halo Studios watches this video, please fix the AI. Please, I'm begging you. If with all the changes that you've done so far to the Halo CE remake, just fix the AIs, please. Because this is absolutely ridiculous to have him on the turret just shooting at a dead body for absolutely no reason when there's healthy enemies clearly in front of him in the building that he can hit, and not targeting them, but he's going to target a dead body.
Cartographer must be here. My analysis indicates
You put an ammo count on the needler? For what? Do you understand that the ammo is slipping into your gun and you can physically see when you're about to run out of ammo? Not even the next gen Halo players are even in for this right here. They look at the crystals as an indication. Do you really think we're all collectively stupid, Halo Studios? I probably watched this trailer a couple of times trying to figure out why that grunt went flying up into the air. Its canisters didn't bust, no grenade was thrown, nothing. I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, what is this bug? What is this game even, honestly? Look, I know it's not difficult to get the Warthog over the rocks and the trees in CE, but this remake right here just made the Hunter encounter trivialized. Just because it just allows you to bring the Warthog in and just gun the Hunters down. Like, you do understand that whole encounter with the Hunters is now trivialized to a mere scope of just fighting minions, right? It's easy to fight them now, due to the fact that there's no longer a threat. You could keep your distance while the AI just unloads on them. You do understand that the encounter is null and void now. Now it's just a useless encounter with no significance of a kind of like a skill check. That's it. You've trivialized it for absolutely nothing.
Get it going, Marine!
That whole encounter that dude just had with those Hunters took about 18 seconds. Literally 18 seconds. I counted it down straight in my editor all the way down to 18 seconds. And I just thought of another argument against, well, sprint. This is one of the best examples of not to have sprint in this game, because you could just run past the Hunters. Like, seriously, you could just sprint and you could just run and not even give a chance to the Hunters to go back after you. Like, this whole encounter, this one big important encounter has just been absolutely ruined. And you know what's funny about the Hunter encounter too? The one I was complaining about too? This is really funny because while I was streaming on Salty Sundays, one of my fans sent me a tweet about the developer that made Halo CE, that he purposely put these rocks in front of it to discourage you from going in there and making the encounter with the Hunters even easier. Like, I really thought I was insane with this take, but I guess I'm not the only one. And you know what makes this even worse in this situation? There's no multiplayer. There's no Forge. There's no theater. There's no firefight. So what's the purpose of sticking around once you complete the campaign with either your buddies or solely by yourself? There is no reason to keep playing Halo after you're done with it. There's no excitement. There's nothing. And honestly, what they should have done is just ported Halo MCC over to PlayStation. Okay, I'm saying this whole project that they've done is just a big, significant showcase of how soulless Halo has become because it's been under the jurisdiction of Microsoft. I can't blame the developers anymore, because let's be honest here for a second. The people who get the final call in this situation is Microsoft. And Microsoft has been a majority of the issues this whole time. Like when 343 was in charge, they made so many horrible decisions that Microsoft literally allowed them, and Xbox too, allowed them to make all these decisions. I'm telling you right now, 343 might have been part of the problem, but I think majority of the problem lies within Microsoft. And let me tell you something, I don't think we're going to get any good Halo from here on out. Especially when they continue to do the same sins that the previous predecessors have done over and over again. We are dealing with the same shit over and over again, and I am sick of watching one of my favorite franchises get gutted like it's a cow. I can't in good faith just watch my favorite series just get eviscerated. You know, it feels like Microsoft decided to take the soul out and decided to sell it to everybody. And not just because it's going to PlayStation. No, if you know me, I am very happy that it's going to PlayStation. I am so excited that the people over there finally get to play a shooter, like an actual good shooter, not just constant remakes of The Last of Us, you know? And you know what? On this part, I have to get this off my chest, like just towards everybody, just to know this. I do agree that they should have ported MCC over to PlayStation. But something in the back of my mind just tells me, no, don't let them touch the last thing that's good about Halo. Don't let them do it. Because I have a feeling if they start updating MCC again, they're going to start gutting things out. And I don't trust this new studio at all. Like, at all. I understand, oh, they're not 343, blah, blah, blah. But you know what, though? Here's the thing, though. I am not worried about the servant. I'm worried about the master screwing up everything that we cared about Halo. And the master in this situation is Microsoft. Anyway, that's enough of my ranting and raving about the new remake that is currently coming to Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. I'm not really enthusiastic about this coming because, let's be honest, this is going to be overpriced, overgutted. It's going to be absolutely just lifeless. You know what I mean, fam? It's not a good thing. But you know what? I want to thank you for listening to my ranting and raving about the new Halo and stuff. I truly appreciate it. And if you guys enjoy this type of stuff, like my rants, my reviews, and, well, my fanboy content, well, subscribe to the channel. And most importantly, too, leave a like and comment in the comment section. Always a pleasure to talk to you guys. And hey, you know, like I said, subscribing earlier, like, yeah, there'll be more content coming, as long as you subscribe to the channel. But anyway, fam, thank you very much for stopping by and listening to me rant and rave about the new Halo. I appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Later, fam!